we mentioned the Hall of Fame hunt. We just talked about that. Come in with a personal best exit velocity. You're looking to exceed it. If you exceed it, you get to open one of these packs. Now, last year we were on mic for all of these games. We were there to hand the packs out. This year we're not on mic, so we have to do these virtually. And what we're going to do, last year we awarded one pack for every swing that exceeded your personal best exit velocity. This year, we're going to basically give you one per week. So if you set a personal best exit velocity this week, you're going to get a pack. We decided to do that rather than opening a pack for every swing because it'd take too long. I mean, we would have had to open like 69 packs or something today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through a list of people who set a personal best exit velocity this week, and we're going to open the pack, and we're going to see if you have a Hall of Famer.
We're going to try to get through this pretty quick, the quickest we can.
Yes.
Hall of Famer, do we want to talk about the common?
Yeah. The other way you can win a bat is if you find the common of the week. So if you find a Hall of Famer, raffle ticket, end of the year, we do a drawing. If you find our common of the week, which changes every week, you get a bat on the spot. Now, it won't be on the spot because we're not in the same spot, but we will basically issue you a bat immediately.
Yeah. We'll document all that and get you the information.
Our comment of the week this week is
Chris Sabo.
You know what? Why don't we do this, Ken? Let's call an audible. Let's finish everything we're going to talk about and do this at the end.
Yeah.
Some people may not want to sit through.
No,
this.
I agree. That works good. Well, okay. The other topic I think we should talk about, what's to come. What can people look for the rest of the season? We're in this coming weekend is week 3 of the season. What's on tap for IBEX? Where do we go next?
Well, I would say number one, you can expect more polished productions. This is our this is our first time doing this. We're both actually a little nervous because we're not used to speaking in front of the camera, and this will get better. I think this is pretty good, though. I got to tip my hat to you, Kenny, because Kenny set all this up, and this is much more than I thought it would be. But at any rate, this will get better.
We'll judge that after we rewatch what we just talked about, and we probably won't rewatch it anyway.
I don't have to watch it. That's
we lived it.
Yeah, you have to process it. I never have to look at this again. I probably won't. We're also going to, in the next couple of weeks, maybe as soon as this week, we're going to introduce Fantasy IBEX. So it's going to be fantasy baseball for IBEX. It's going to be just like FanDuel and DraftKings, except it's going to involve IBEX players, and we're kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little absurd, I think, but that's one reason.
By a little, it means a lot absurd. But it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be cool. We hope to have that running as soon as next week. I'm going to bust my butt this weekend trying to get that up. And then the second thing we're going to do are ELO ratings. So if you play chess or you play video games, you're familiar with ELO scores. It's how you match make different levels of talent. We're going to do the same thing in IBEX. We're going to have basically a player ranking system that could be a national player ranking system if we ever go national. And we're going to use ELO power rankings or ELO scoring to kind of rank players. So that'll be another way that you can kind of gauge your talent compared to everyone else. That'll be a score that carries across from season to season. So that'll just carry with you, and we'll chart it out, and you can see how your ELO score tracks over time. So that may not be until the second half of this year, maybe not even until next season. I have something that's done, but I gotta polish it up. So that's coming too.
And we're looking to grow. Tom mentioned it earlier. We're very fortunate to be at the Hit Club. We thank Mike Saney and the Hit Club there in Arden Hills for having us and hosting our league. We have interest from other facilities too. So we hope the league expands. We hope to even expand into different groups. Youth baseball. We've talked about fast pitch softball. Slow pitch softball is always on the table as well. So we know this is a baseball group, and that baseball is at our heart and soul. So we love that's where we're at right now. So look for us and look for facilities opening up. Or if you know a facility that has hit tracks and has interest in a league, pass their name on to us. We'd love to hear. Or pass our name on to them. We'd love for them to hear about us.
And if you'd like to sponsor us, it would be fun to give away something that's not a bat.
Yeah.
I think.
Whatever you got. We're more than happy to at least talk. So, all right. Well, that kind of concludes the major topics for what we wanted to discuss today. I guess we finish up with the packs. And
yes.
Why don't we start pack 1 and name one here, Tom?
Okay, I'm going to put on my glasses. so I can see. Okay, so our first name is Mark Elm. Yeah, Mark Elm. He plays for the Wobblies in the TCMABL.
Uh-huh.
Plays for Spare Parts. So Mark set a personal best exit velocity this week, which is to say, whatever his best was coming into the week, he beat it this week. I opened up this pack. Mark is looking for Chris Sabo or a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna should we read through these, or we just rip through them, or what do you think?
I ripped through them.
Should we read them? You think?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna read. You're just gonna have to trust me, Mark, that I'm not gonna cheat you here. Not looking good, Mark. Jack Morris, you got a Hall of Famer right there. Okay, Jack Morris.
Jack Morris, Hall of Famer.
Kenny, can you write these down?
Sure. Maybe we can write next to their name here.
Sure.
So
Okay.
pull that one off to the side.
So, Mark, this card right here is a ticket into an end of the season raffle for a Battalion Bat. Keep on generating personal best exit velocities every week, and you'll keep on getting these packs. Who's number 2? Tanner Anderson of the Ducks. I think
It's like Tanner's twice on there, but he'll get one.
You get one. Tanner has been with us, I think, since the first season. He's got a pretty swing, does Tanner. Tom Glavine. It's actually a rookie card. That's a good one. And a Hall of Famer. So Tanner's got
Glavine.
Ozzie Smith, All-Star. We
Got
call
an
him
All-Star Ozzie Smith.
John Smiley. I think this is his rookie, but it's not a Hall of Famer. Okay. So can you write this down? Great. So
Yep.
Tanner got 2 raffle tickets.
Yep. So let's move down to Jake.
Jake Aronson on the Ducks. I don't think Jake played with us last year. I think he's new. Gary Carter, there's 1. Now, sometimes we've seen guys get as many as 5. Alan Trammell's number 2. Darryl Strawberry. Should have been a Hall of Famer, right? Or could have been a Hall of Famer.
There's the Alan Trammell.
That's what we got there. So that's 2 for...
Let's see here. We got Asa.
Asa Bielenberg, manager of the Ducks in the TCMABL and in IBEX. Rick Aguilera, everybody will know that name. Not a Hall of Famer, though. Harold Reynolds. We need like Harold Reynolds in this booth with us. Bring a professional polish to this production.
I can go back sitting on the couch.
Well, we'll just turn the whole thing over to Harold. Okay, we don't have a Hall of Famer here. Sorry, Asa.
Struck out. All right, let's go to looks like Bjorn.
Bjorn is our player of the week. Bjorn improved across a number of metrics, and he finished in the top 3 in enough of those metrics to win the Player of the Week award. So let's see. Kind of a dead null here. Juan Samuel, he looked like he was on his way. Tom Kelly, nope. Kirk Gibson, Doc Gooden. Gibson's not in the Hall of Fame.
I'd have to go pull my list from last year. I don't think Gibson is.
I don't think he is either.
I'll write it down and we'll double check that.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he's not, but let's put it down. Doc Gooden, another career that flamed out too early. Okay, so nothing there either. Oops.
Okay, let's go to Kane Boxell.
Kane Boxell of the
Ducks.
Another name I'm not too familiar with. Roberto Alomar, Hall of Famer and rookie card, I believe. That's a good one. Kelvin Elster.
The Roberto Alomar.
Again, you're really looking for a Chris Sabo. That's a bat on the spot. Ozzie Smith.
Got an Ozzie.
That's 2. 1 is good. 2 is great. Anything over 2, and that's really good.
Yeah, that's a good draw. We've got Dan Caffrey.
Diamond Dan Caffrey. Probably the biggest user of the Hit Club ever. Dan is over there a lot.
Yeah, he definitely spends his time, but his swing is he every time I see him, it looks like that sucker's getting better and better.
He's a hard worker for sure.
And a nice guy.
Yeah, great guy. Ryan Sandberg.
Ooh.
I should know this. I mean, I went through all my Hall of Famers during all three.
I'll put a question mark on that one.
Quite sure he's a Hall of Famer.
I think you're right.
I think he is.
Ryan Sandberg.
I grew up collecting these cards. I should know.
Just so everyone knows it is the 1989 Topps edition wax pack. We got the gum. If anyone really wants that gum, we can collect that and give that away too.
We had a guy eat that gum last year. Barely survived. Okay. Who do we got now?
We do have the original Diamond Dan Casaza.
Kirby Puckett. It's a Hall of Famer. Jose Canseco. Almost.
There you go, Dan.
Roger Clemens. So close, Diamond Dan. Willie Randolph. That's who Ryan Leska was compared to a couple years ago for our Palm Springs tournament. Okay, that's it. Kirby Puckett for Diamond Dan.
Noted.
What do we got next?
Randy Klinsman of the Ducks.
Yet another name.
Ducks with a good showing.
Yeah. Okay. Matt Williams. Tommy John. I don't think Tommy John's in the Hall of Fame. We really need that list. Now I'm starting to doubt myself.
Well, I can go grab her quick.
Do you have a list?
I do.
Like handy?
I do.
You want to go grab it?
Yeah. All right. You're on your own, Tom.
All right.
Broadcast is all you.
All right. So what should we talk about, guys? We were in Palm Springs. I don't know how many people followed that. I was there with a Mammoth. I actually did a lot of broadcasting. It's actually easier doing this when you don't have a camera in your face. But we finished runner-up in that tournament. Faced a really good team out of San Diego. Kind of met our match in that team. They handled us pretty easily. Kind of took the foot off the pedal. We made a rally in the ninth inning, but it wasn't enough. But that was a fun tournament. I'm going to keep these cards. They're not worth much individually, but the sheer weight of baseball cards that are generated through these giveaways. Last year, we offered these cards up to anybody who wanted to keep them, but very few people seemed interested in 89 Topps baseball cards, so I ended up taking most of them home, or they were added to my collection. I think I can do this. Let me see who's next. Randy Comfort. Randy plays for the Saints, South Metro. Randy last year actually came up to me. It was his first time there. And at the end of it, he came up and he told me how much he appreciated what we were doing. And that was just so nice. I mean, it's his first time there, and he just was thoughtful enough to come up and thank us. And I haven't forgotten that. I appreciated that, Randy, if you're watching. Okay. Oral Hershiser, no.
All right. Sorry to disappoint Tom, but I thought I had it on hand, and I do not.
That's okay.
But we'll definitely have it on hand for next
I
broadcast.
know most of these. So Nolan Ryan, definitely.
Who got the Nolan Ryan?
That would be
Randy?
Randy Comfort, yeah. Will Clark, another guy. There was a rookie class in '87 that seemed destined to spawn multiple Hall of Famers. Wally Joyner, Will Clark, McGuire was in that class.
Here's the big TC. Tom Corcoran.
Okay. Should we do Cork? I was going to actually pull.
No, we shouldn't do Corcoran.
We should do Corcoran?
No, I don't know.
We'll do Cork.
We'll do Cork.
Andre Dawson. Cork doesn't really need a bat. If you've been at Cork's house.
It's the only reason why he plays IBEX ball,
The man
right?
has so many bats. Paul Molitor's got two. Okay, so Molitor and the Hawk, Andre Dawson. I imagine for a lot of guys in the league, these names don't mean anything.
There you go, Tom. Yeah, probably for a lot. This is kind of in our wheelhouse, though, Tom.
It is. And we use these packs because they're cheap. Like we can buy these wax boxes for about $30. So we can't afford current cards, but we can afford cards from the junk era. So who are we on now?
We got Jeff. Is it Faye?
I think it's Fahey.
Fahey?
Let's go with Fahey. Yeah, he played last year. What team is he in again? South Metro.
South
Saints?
Metro.
I remember Jeff. Jeff Fahey. Not looking good, Jeff. Oh, another Ryan Sandberg. That's 2. Too bad he wasn't our comment of the week.
Yeah, there you go.
Ryan Sandberg.
Okay. Here's your Rhino.
Who do we got next?
Brennan Faulkner.
Okay.
Raptors.
One of the Faulkners, the Faulkner brothers. Alvin Davis. Another guy who kind of fizzled. Chuck Krim. Paul Molitor, the Igniter.
Paul is all over the place today.
I wonder if people remember his nickname with the Brewers was the Igniter because he ignited innings.
Valentino Faulkner.
The other Faulkner. Valentino puts up big exit velocity numbers. So does his brother, but Valentino in particular, when he gets into him, he gets into him. I think he's also on our other Will Clark. Ooh, Nolan Ryan.
Everyone's the only guy that's striking out right now is Asa.
Asa.
Everyone else has pulled a card.
Asa may remember that when the Ducks played the Tomcats last game of the year, they threw me out at first base and right field. And I walked back past Asa who was catching. I'm like, Asa, come on, man. And then Asa pointed out that we were basically curb stomping him at the time. What did I expect? And I said, yeah, you got a point there. But okay, so who are we on now?
Willie Fust?
Yeah, he's on
Fust? Merchants.
Right. I think he's new this year as well. Okay. Tommy John. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I'm quite sure he's not. So let's say he's not. Okay, nothing for Willie. Another strikeout.
There's a strikeout. Okay. Let's go to Joel Halverson. Halverson. Mavericks.
Mavericks play every Monday night. They were a fun group to watch last year.
Oh, yeah. They were a much improved team this summer, too. They took the Skeeters to the semifinal game. They're a much improved ball club.
Very good. They're fun guys, too. They go into it to have a good time. Eric Davis, that was the guy. If you were a child of the 80s, Eric Davis was the guy that everybody wanted to collect.
Yep.
Supposed to be the next Willie Mays. Injuries took him down.
Was that a strikeout?
Strikeout.
Okay.
I wouldn't call Eric Davis a strikeout, though.
Let's move to Wes Hansen.
Wes. Another guy who's been in the league since year 1. Let's see what Wes can do here. Still looking for that Chris Sabo.
The checklist isn't going to get him anything.
No. Tom Glavine. That's one of the more valuable cards in this collection because it's his rookie card. Tom Glavine. It's a good get, Wes.
Jeff Heath, Cardinals.
Jeff Heath of the Cardinals. Another guy who hits the ball hard. Okay. Not finding much there. Calvin Schiraldi, I think he was a comment of the week 1 year or 1 week. Nothing there.
Nothing. All right, let's look at Mike Hodson.
Okay. Kevin Gross, Matt Williams.
That's St. Michael Angels.
Keith Miller. Nothing there. This is kind of a.
Ooh, we're hitting
we're slumping.
a slump here for sure.
Matt Williams. That might be his rookie card.
Okay. Let's see here. Hogan Jackson.
Hogan is one of the
Hopper.
I think we've seen 4 guys break 100 miles an hour. I don't think Hogan did it in league play, but I did see him do it in the cage once. Hogan smashes baseballs. Okay, Gladden, Seitzer, Brock, Wallach, Lind, Krukow, Davis, Cotto. Furman, Walter, Darnell Cole, Sid Fernandez, Greg Harris. Nope. I'll just rip through the last names. That's easy to do.
For sure.
So no, I'm not.
Let's who's next here? Let's see. Andrew Jacobs?
Jacobs, yep. What team is he on? North? Is that the our North Stars?
Yeah, North Stars.
Carpenter, Noakes, Hershiser, Capel, Davis, Jorge.
Funny looking at these cards. I can feel like I'm 13 years old again, looking at my opening my packs of nobodies.
Glenn Briggs, Bud Black, Joel Skinner, Jim Deshay, Sid Bream, Incaviglia, Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn. It's a good one.
One of the greats, Tony Gwynn. He passed away too young. It's amazing to think that Tony Gwynn is not with us.
Yeah, he's got some of those mind-blowing stats, like his strikeouts to walks. It's ridiculous.
So who do we have now?
It's Casey Johnson.
Casey, all right. The Skeeter. Bob Boone, Jerry Brown, Leiter, Kirby Puckett, Boone, Diaz, Ripken.
Puckett,
that's two.
Ripken.
Sosha, Trevina, Bob Rogers, Odeby McDowell, Jay Bell, Mike Marshall, Dennis Rasmussen. What a nice pack.
Attaboy, Casey.
Casey Johnson.
It's a good start of the season.
Well done, Casey. Tip of the cap to Casey Johnson.
Actually, he's a mammoth this year. Played Skeeter ball in the summer months. Speaking of Skeeters, we got Rob Jones.
Rob Jones. I'm so tempted to talk about Rob Jones, but let's go through these packs instead. Jose Canseco, Mike Young, Bob Dernier, Farr, Bean, Darren Jackson, Willie Wilson. You remember Willie Wilson, right?
Oh, yeah. Kansas City Royal.
Lee Smith, that's a Hall of Famer. Bobby Bonilla, I think his salary is still being paid off.
Lee Smith is a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Larry Owen, Finley, Chris James, Harold Reynolds, another Harold Reynolds, Rafael Ramirez, Craig Lefferts.
There you go, Rob Jones.
Hard to imagine a player less like Rob Jones than Lee Smith, but we're going to give him the Hall of Famer on that one nevertheless.
Dave Killian, snapper.
Dave Killian. Dave is our player of the week in the 65 to 55 division.
Dave can really swing it. I've had the opportunity to play on the same team as Dave, and he swings a heavy bat.
Ryan Sandberg, that's one. Buddy Bell, Luis Egu, I forget how to pronounce that name, not a Hall of Famer. Jim Gott, Frank Viola, Fisher, Anderson, Mark Salas, Roger Craig, George Bell, Cutter Washington, Schroeder, Youngblood. Yeah. So who was this for? This is Rob,
for
right?
No, this was for Jared Clausen.
Oh, okay. That's a Ryan Sandberg for Jared.
Oh no, that one was for Dave Killian.
Okay, that's right.
Now we'll go off to Jared Clausen. So let's see here.
Okay. Jared gets Hesketh, Tettleton, Kirk Gibson, Jackson, Don Baylor, Sparky Anderson, Mike Witt.
I'm going to put down Kirk Gibson because we had that as a question.
Yeah. Belcher. He might be, actually.
Belcher?
No, Gibson.
Okay.
I can't remember. Meacham, Trout, Benziger, Burns, Birkbeck, Virgil, Ivan Calderon.
All right. Potentially a Gibson. All right, we got Sam Knight.
Sam Knight. I believe he's a lacrosse player, former lacrosse player, one of the hardest hitters in our league. Strawberry, Martinez, Ramon, Pat Perry, Bobby Bonilla, Gary Carter, record breaker. What do you think? He's a Hall of Famer.
Then yes.
All right, let's give it to him. Portugal, Steve Rosenberg, Kingery, Randy Reddy. He was a comment of the week last year. Greg Briley, Mark Clear, Joe Carter. I don't think Carter got in. Let's put him as a question mark.
Okay. My favorite comment of the week last year that everyone was like, who? Was Bobby,
Steve Balboni.
Steve Balboni.
Yeah.
That one was kind of a funny one.
Steve Balboni. He had a couple of years where he hit some home runs with the Yankees.
Yeah, he looks just like his name.
He does look like his name. If ever there was a Steve Balboni, it's Steve Balboni. All right, who's this one?
Josh Levero? I'm sure I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
Lavoie.
he plays with the Knights. I actually don't know him personally, but his brother's in the league now too. Farr, Bean, Darren Jackson, Willie Wilson, Buddy Bell, Ryan Sandberg. A lot of Sandbergs tonight. So that's one. Doug Sisk, Jerry Reed, John Franco.
There you go.
John Franco. Oh, he might have gotten in. Let's put a question mark. Milt Thompson, Cal Daniels, another guy who didn't emerge the way
There
they
were a
thought he was
lot
going
of
to.
Hall of Famers pulled tonight.
Yeah, and I'm the one who's got to punch them all into our system.
John Lipinski. He's a hopper.
Pinsky, a long-time former Oriole, long-time Oriole, no, Grasshopper. Guante, Jordan, Ricky Jordan, Mark Gubisa. I know how to say that.
Royal.
Templeton, Andre Dawson, record breaker. I don't think we counted these last year, but let's count them.
Okay.
Greg Walker, Jack McDowell, Eddie Murray, there's one. Kevin Costman, Chris Bazio, now coach, Gary Thurman, John Juan Beringer, Phil Bradley, Bob Melvin, Rick Leach.
There you go. You got 2 there.
Couple there for John.
2 there for John. Scott Morris.
Scott Morris. Morris plays that. Now, I think Scott actually, he's got one with the Angels and one with SMA. So he gets
St. Michael.
Yeah, he gets 2 packs because he's in 2 different divisions.
Okay.
So Sanchez, Williams, Willie McGee, not quite. Uribe, Wallander, Ken Daly, Mike Morgan, Tony Armas, Denny Walling, Ron Gant. It's his rookie card. Deion James, Island, Verlardi, Dave Schmidt, Andy Van Slyke. Not quite. Let's give him
Got a 0. Gets another pack.
We're almost done here, guys. Well, we're not almost done, but we're almost out of packs, so we're going to have to pick this up next week. I got another shipment coming in. Okay, so this again is Scott Morris, Andy McGaffigan, Rick Honeycutt, Kevin Elster, Bill Long, Damon Berryhill, Miller, Brady Anderson, flash in the pan. Dave Righetti. Oh, it's Righetti. Put a question mark by Righetti.
Okay.
I should know these things. Tingley, Snyder, Jim Snyder, Luis Salazar, Glenn Wilson, Donnell Nixon, Mike Flanagan, Tim Lawless.
So the questioning the Dave Righetti.
I don't think Righetti's in, but I'm not positive.
Okay, so let's see here. We got to finish up here on that last page.
Yeah, but we only got 4 packs left, so we're gonna have to pick some of these up next week.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, you're not gonna get cheated, Adam, if you got it. We'll just there's more this week than we anticipated, so we'll get you caught up next week.
So who we got now?
Let's see. It's Brian Moynihan.
Brian Moynihan. Brian reached out to me. Thanks, Brian, for letting me know that we missed some stuff. I messed something up on his stats.
Well, if anybody sees anything that looks off, that just feel free to reach out to us via Twitter or email from the website. Either way.
Santana, Montgomery, Palmer, Jeff Ballard, Wally Joyner.
Is Wally a Hall of Famer?
No. There was
Mike Schmidt.
but Mike Schmidt definitely is. Charlie Howe, Tim Belcher, Jeff Reed, Dave Smith, Andy Van Slyke, Bob Welch. Still no Chris Sabo.
There's your Mike Schmidt.
Not unusual not to get the comment of the week, actually.
Chris Munchow.
Chris is new this year. Chris is actually leading our player of the season in the 55 division, I believe.
Playing for the Knights.
Aquino, McCullers, Mark Lewis, Vandenberg, Andre Dawson. There's one for him. Turn back the clock. What do you think? Lou Brock? I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. Turn back the clock.
Might as well.
All right.
Pulled it.
Luis De Leon, Jose De Leon, Dave Drovicki, Rick Russell, Jody Reed, Pete Smith, Tim Burke, Ozzie Smith, another one. Is that 3?
That's 3.
Oh. All right, we got 3
There's your
packs
3.
left.
Add Ozzie. All right, let's go to Juan Ponce.
All right, one of the Ponce brothers. Tom Candiotti, Roger McDowell, Ken Herbeck.
Those Ponce brothers, those guys can sure swing a bat.
Mash. Ken Howell, Bruce Suter, he's a Hall of Famer. Alan Trammell, that's 2 in a row. Mark Grace, almost 3, but not quite. Ruben Sierra, that's his rookie card, though. That's his card got a little value. Brett Saberhagen, Bo Diaz. Here he is. We got him.
Whoa, we got a
I think, which Ponce is this?
Juan.
He may have won one last year.
Wow, Juan, you just won a bat. You got a Chris Sabo.
Look at that. That's why we do this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Juan won one last year, too.
I think he did. It's crazy. What are the odds?
All right, Juan, we're going to be getting you in touch with Jackson Meyer over at Battalion Bats, and we'll get a new bat in your hands.
Unbelievable. I mean, we have hundreds of people in this league, and I think we've come across the comment of the week maybe 5 times, and he's done it twice. Wow. Okay, so Robin Ventura.
Adam Reitz.
Oh, this guy can hit. Adam Reeds. Burp Lie 11. He's a recent inductee. He's got one there. Maygrain, Drew Hall, Barry Jones, Nelson, Jim Leland, Dave Steve, Howard Johnson, Greg Briley, Mark Clear, Joe Carter. God,
I'll put Joe as a question.
I don't think Carter got in. I think he was one of those borderline guys. All right.
Pete Ridley.
Pack. Not our last guy, but we're down to our last pack. Pete Ridley, Sea Donkey. It's good to see Pete in the league. Belliard, Hernandez, Andre Dawson. There's one.
A lot of Andres tonight.
Andres Galarraga. Kelvin Elster. Steve Bouchel, Lenny Dykstra, Mike Felder, Randy St. Clair, Les Straker, Pete Stanisek, Mike Lavalier, Dwight Evans. Okay,
well, that wraps it up for this evening, I guess.
Can we read through everybody who didn't get?
Yeah, let's see here. This is who we'll add next week is Jared Roddy, Dustin Rode, Jim Roll, Randy Schmidt, Nate Sir, Matt Stengel, Trevor Stalhosky,
Hollywood,
Jelena Thomas.
That's the Knights Tom.
The Knights Tom.
I didn't know who he was. So
and Jared Wolfell.
Yeah. So, and you guys are eligible to get 2 packs next week. If you set another personal best this week, you'll get 2. But we'll pick you up next week.
These videos won't ever be this long. This one was just our first one, and we realized we get long-winded here, and it's our first stab at it. So we'll try to keep them within 15 minutes at most going forward. But a lot to go over tonight. I do want to thank Tom for joining me tonight and going over this. Look for us week to week. We'll be posting on Twitter, on our website, and many other places. I think that should wrap it up for this week. Tom, thank you. Do you have any last words before we close it out?
We're going to work hard at being more entertaining next week. So,
all right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.